For a while, it looked like massively multiplayer gaming was going to continue to beat that dead horse of gameplay known as bashing little critters in order to get to the next level. Thankfully, some innovation has started to appear. Take Anarchy Online. Now, you get to shoot little critters in order to get to the next level. Okay, I'm not being fair, but when Anarchy Online launched last year, it was, in a word, broken. Lag, disconnects, missing features, you name it. Since that time, Funcom cleaned things up and invited gamers back to play and participate in an unfolding story that's being told through downloadable cutscenes on the Anarchy Online website.
Do you play? Often? Mostly alone? There aren't many who know the game anymore.
The cutscenes are nice, but it's really hard to see how they affect the game world. And it's even harder to see how the players can affect the game world. Still, that doesn't keep some of them from trying, like the locals of this town have banded together to get their polluted water system cleaned up. If you missed the last Renaissance fair in your area, there's always the Dark Age of Camelot. Players are offered a choice of 3 different realms to quest in. And once you tire of the previously mentioned bashing of numerous little critters, you can attempt to invade rival realms, steal their stuff, and generally make a nuisance of yourself. It's a nice, full-featured RPG, and any game that lets you play a Highlander who doesn't know enough to get in out of the rain is okay in my book. Leaving the Earth behind, we have Jumpgate, a space sim that plays a bit like a multiplayer version of Elite. Players choose sides and are given a ship and told to go off into the vacuum of space and make a living. The flight engine is daunting, and at first players will have a rough time simply docking at the station. Apparently, there's some sort of uber goal to this game that has something to do with reconstructing a bunch of thingies. That's my term, not theirs. But it's not very well explained, and it's unclear as to why anyone should care. Most players appear content with making little space critters suck vacuum. Finally, we have Dark Space, a unique take on action strategy games. It's kind of like Homeworld meets Starfleet Command, and unlike most massively multiplayer games, the goal here is well defined. Players choose sides and then attempt to take over the universe. Ship movement and battles are all run from a third-person perspective, allowing the player to get some interesting views of the action. It looks confusing, but the interface is surprisingly slick, and once you jump in, you'll be buzzing about the galaxy in no time. And best of all, it's a nice departure from what we've seen in massively multiplayer games in the past. With titles like this and newer ones looming on the horizon, there's no better time to get involved in the world of online games.